Well, good morning, everyone. Time for West Texas Wild. We have Ray Matlack here from West Texas A&M University, and you know what? What are we talking about today?
Well, the rains have brought out a lot of animals this spring and early summer, and this is another one of them. One that you had kind of mentioned last time. What we're talking about this time is a yellow mud turtle. Mud turtles are about the size of a box turtle that you might see that has more of the yellow markings on it. So 6 to 8, 9 inches long from the back of the shell to the front of the shell. These guys get around from pond to pond, from any water source to another water source. They come out when it rains like this to reproduce, to feed. So that's why we start seeing so many after the rain. These guys are like our toads in a way that when conditions get hot and dry, they'll just dig a hole and bury down into the mud and run out or ride out the dry spell underneath a pond, basically under an old dry pond. So these guys can be found in our cattle tanks. They can be found just, again, crossing the roads in this wet weather. They lay eggs like all the turtles do, but they'll come up and dig a hole. The females will deposit their eggs, and then they'll make their way back to water where they'll feed and stay with the water as long as it lasts. And then when the water starts to dry up, they'll dig their way down into the mud, and they'll ride out, or what's called estivate, to basically wait for the next wet conditions.
Okay, now you said stock tanks. You mean like the metal ones or like the old-fashioned tailwater pits?
Yeah, you're exactly right. The old-fashioned tailwater pits, the mud tanks, I should call them. Yeah, dirt tanks, mud tanks, what the farmers call them around here for the most part. But the other thing, they feed on a lot of invertebrates. They'll feed on the land or in the water, but primarily it's probably in the water, most of their feeding. Most of their life cycle will be in the water.
All right, and now I've had experience with this as a little kid, but do you have to worry about these guys, like maybe their bite or anything?
Oh, yeah, there's really not a turtle that you don't have to worry about their bite just a little bit. If they get a hold of you, they will hold on for a good long time, and you won't be pleased with it. You've had experiences, I take it, by that,
yeah,
that look.
That's right. It hurts. Non-venomous, but it hurts really bad. So. Well, once again, Ray, thank you very much. Neat information there, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
All right.